Hey everybody, it's Moon Faye. I wanted to come on here and just talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Um, and it's about how, everything is temporary. Absolutely everything. Nothing lasts. And that can be a positive or a negative. Um, my mom always says, it'll pass. Like, if there's like a negative thing happening or whatever, like it'll pass. And she's right. Um like and we can talk about this with regards to emotions, with regards to our current state now, like how we're doing in life at the present moment. We could be doing like absolutely amazing right now, or we could be having like a pretty um, rough go of it at the moment. Or we could be somewhere in the middle. But each state, whether you're like completely loving the state of things that you are experiencing at the moment, or if you are like extremely unhappy with your situation, or maybe how you feel about yourself. Or if you're just like somewhere in the middle, just kind of like, I'm okay, I'm all right, one way or the other. Um, all of those emotions are temporary. Um, nothing lasts. Uh, our lives are temporary. Um, as much as we don't want to think about that, myself included. I don't like to think about that, but it's true. Everything is temporary. Everything can, and even from moment to moment, like things can change so rapidly. You can be blindsided and caught off guard in a good way or a bad way. Um, it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. But the concept of everything being temporary and nothing being constant is true. I believe the only constant in life is love, and I think the only constant kind of love is the love from parent to child and child to parent, and that is dependent upon the how is that parent to child relationship nurtured from birth. I think that, and then also the love that we give our pets, and the love that our pets give us back. Those are the only constants. Oh, and then of course the love of God that God gives us because our love is fleeting. A lot of people only are happy, and talk good about God when things are going in their favor, and then as soon as things go awry for them, they just want to blame God for it. So I don't think our love for God is constant, but I think God's love for us is constant. So so yeah, but I don't know. I've just been thinking, and I've been meaning to make this video for the past few days, but I just hadn't got around to doing it. But it's so true that the temporary nature of living, even living is temporary. We're not going to live forever, and I don't like to think about it. I don't think a lot of people like to think about it, but it's true. We're not. Um, so if you are having a difficult time, if you're having a difficult go at it at the moment, that's not going to last. Eventually, you will end up feeling better. And it, just to parallel, well, maybe not parallel that, but like the opposite of it is if you're feeling amazing, and I'm not trying to bring anyone down, but I have to say this. If you are feeling absolutely amazing and just like happy, that feeling is temporary too, unfortunately. It'll be wonderful if we could all just be in that space of bliss all the time. But it's temporary. So, yeah, I've just been thinking about the temporary things, or maybe not the temporary things, but like the fact that everything is temporary other than God's love for us, and the parent to child bond, dependent upon how it's nurtured from birth. And not all parents love their children unconditionally, and not all kids are loving of their parents 100%. And there's a lot of layers to that, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But I don't, and that's not the purpose of this video, to get into all of that. But those are the only relationships that, and the only things in life that and also the animal to, like, how we feel about our animals and how our animals feel about us. That transcends time. So certain kinds of love, and then romantic love too. Like, not everybody's love story ends in tragedy, and so some people just have, the fairy tale situation with regards to love. But a lot of times people don't. But a lot of times they do. It's 50-50 really. So romantic love can transcend time too. But I think parent love towards their kids, and kids loving their parents, that transcends time a lot of the times. And then how we feel about our animals and how our animals feel about us. Those are the things that time doesn't have an effect on. But everything else is temporary, absolutely everything else is. So if we live our lives with the idea that everything is temporary, then it can bring about two different effects. The one of which is, oh well, all this is temporary, so why should I even care? Why should I even try? Why should I do anything? And I think that's a mistake. That mindset, I do believe that's a mistake. Because we're given these moments for a reason. We're here for a reason. It's not by mistake. And then also the other side of it is, oh, everything is temporary, so I just need to make the most of absolutely every moment, and because I'm not ever going to have this moment again. And then if you live like that, you're not living in the moment. You're just thinking about how, like, you won't ever have that moment again. You need to make the absolute best of every single moment, which I don't think that's necessarily healthy either. I think, like, the two extremes are not healthy. What I think is that we should live in the moment, but we should be forward thinking too, thinking about the future, making sure that we are mindful that our actions have consequences. I know everyone hears that all the time. Your actions have consequences, blah blah blah. But it's true. Every single action, from how much sleep you get each night, from whatever you decide to eat or drink, and like whether you decide to study enough for that test, or like if you decide to do your best at work, put your best foot forward at work. All these things have a consequence, whether it's a positive consequence or a negative one. But and I know people get tired of hearing that, but it's true. Our actions all have a consequence, and it's up to us to make that decision on what we're going to spend our time doing. So I believe that we need to take a balanced approach. Like, yeah, everything's temporary, but I'm going to enjoy this moment that I have right now. And what am I going to do to improve my life now? Not falling into the fact that, oh, everything's temporary, so it doesn't matter what I do. That's not true. It definitely matters what you do. So, but yeah, I decided to just share my thoughts on that. Ever since the New Year's come in, I've been thinking a lot about time, and I remember my mom always she always tells me, like, it'll pass, like, this will pass, and she's absolutely right. Like, it will. It's just the getting through it part that kind of sucks sometimes, but you don't give up. You just get through it as best you can. But yeah, basically the gist of this video is everything is temporary, and what are we going to do with this temporary time that we have? Because right now, this is the only moment that we have. We can't go back and relive it. We can't rewind. As much as I would love to rewind some moments in my life, I can't. It's not possible to rewind, even though I want to. So, anyway, I am so grateful and thankful to anyone that has decided to watch this video. I hope that it's helped someone who has decided to watch it. What do you think about time? I am thinking a lot about time now, and I've just been thinking a lot about how temporary things are. So anyhow, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. I hope you're doing wonderful and amazing, and having a wonderful and amazing day, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever y'all are at in this big wide world. Thanks so much for watching, and blessed be.